experience of being involved in electoral, in the control of election process. Some may never. So through the police, as I always say, are property of the society. And, over the course of history, some police have committed some terrible act, which really caused some people to be very apprehensive toward the police. But I'm telling you, without the police, we see even a bigger trouble. So the police are an integral part of the society. They are our own property. We should support them. In fact, the police don't have to be calling for increased remuneration and increased funding for the activities. I think the public should be doing that.
All right.
Yes. So the police, they commit the nasty ones. There, and I hope that the internal mechanism within the police to take out bad acts from within the police will continue, so that the image will keep improving. But we need them. We can't do without the police. So first, the public must cooperate with the police. When they demand for information, we should volunteer. When the police asks us to be orderly in our conduct, let's be. And for the police, please, it is not intimidation that will almost always attract respect for you.
Okay.
I'm talking to the police now. You're not the police. I'm talking to the police now. It's not intimidation, the waving of gun, the shouting, the rough ride driving. No. These are kiddish. They don't look intelligent. No, by wearing a dignified presence and talking to the people in a good manner, people are more likely to cooperate than just waving of the gun and shouting. So the police and the public should relate in a better way that will lead to cooperation by the public, and it will make the work of the police easier and better.
All right, Prof, you have on the social media all kinds of, insightful comments and posts and things like that, even before its election, heat period. And then should the police do something in order to start controlling such even before its time? Because this, of course, to some great extent, it contributes to why even violence could just spark up during elections.
Well, the truth of the matter, I think when you are talking about insightful, you're talking about incitement, isn't it? Provoking.
Yes. Possible.
But the insight could be like an information. Okay, so I'm trying to get the word properly. So incitement, yes. There are laws against incitement.
Yes.
When people deliberately program others into an unruly conduct or violence. There are laws against that. But we are in the age of democracy and the age of freedom of speech and expression. As they say, nobody can control the social media. That's true. But you see, one thing that allows people to say whatever they think they are entitled to is the fact that you can use fake name on social media. You can decide to be anonymous or use aliases, different names. So it gives an aura of like some kind of cover for people to say whatever, to be irresponsible in their statement and speech. So they could incite certain segment of the population to go into violence. The biggest antidote is when the government itself and even the police to be proactive. There is nothing social media inciters, so-called inciters, hate much more than being exposed.
All right.
The police should have social media handle of their own and should be posting people that are deliberately trying to incite the public. If they do so, there is nothing more those inciters hate much more than being exposed. Okay. Even if they are using aliases, meaning fake names. By the time they see the satellite is on them, most of them will usually back down. But you see, public education is also good. You can improve the resilience of people to be incited. You raise the threshold of their provocation and incitement, such that small thing will not push them into chaos and mayhem. So public education, even in social media, is important. These days, government doesn't even have to appear as government on social media. Government could really have an intelligent departments of intelligence having private social media handles. You may not know these are law enforcement agents working on the social media. You just have to do it. You have to play by the rule of the game. You can't just shut down social media or hunt for people. You have to use the psychology of the superior argument to really intimidate them to back down from their provocation. And once you
a possible incitement post, what would you say generally that you perceive the by-elections would be on the plateau? Are you hopeful? Are you optimistic that it will be free and fair, of course, and free of violence, Prof?
One, hopefully and prayerfully. Yes.
Yes, and I say amen already.
Amen already, yeah. But of course, the law enforcement agencies will definitely have their eyes focused on those troubled areas of Bokos and Mangu, because they are already an antecedent there.
Okay.
It shouldn't be a nidus for other problems to sprout out. I hope that they are doing that, I believe. But generally the public education on the need to conduct the election freely and fairly has to be conducted vigorously. And it has to be purposeful. People have to be reminded about the value of peace. And even the election is to usher in better people that will usher peace. Primary responsibility of any governance or any government is to provide security. So you can't use the act of violence to get in people that will give you peace. It doesn't rhyme. Peaceful and orderly people are those who are likely going to give us peace and security.
Okay.
So there has to be permutation. You can't police everywhere. And the police have an onerous task of studying the situation, keep studying the situation, and proffering solution and strategies to really avert the violence. And they should look at the trouble areas too. Right.
All right, Prof. Before we go on a short break, we have just about 3 minutes to go on this segment. Why should we be talking about this peace? Is it of any importance? We're talking about peace during elections.
Well, peace means you have no intimidation, you don't have no act of violence to exercise your civic responsibility of voting. We've all agreed that we're in a democracy and we're going to be voting. That's how to usher in leadership. The leadership steer the activities of everything: economy, security, social progress, and so on and so forth, education, and so on and so forth. The leadership has to do that. So the process of voting and election is to usher in those people of our choice, people we trust better, to come and head our affairs, to be at the helm of affairs. So, peace is paramount. Without peace, you can't do anything. Education, economy, whatever it is. Without peace, no progress in human society.
Wow.
Peace means it's a challenge to our state of mind. It's a challenge to our orderly conduct and the pursuit of good things in life.
All right.
You can't do anything without peace.
Okay, we still have but 2 more minutes to go on this. Prof, what would you say to our religious leaders in terms of helping out to make sure that we have a free, I talk about violence-free election on the plateau?
Well, in mono-religious setting, religious is never an issue.
All right.
Usually have the problem of religious being a factor in the election, and even the precipitation of religious violence in pluralistic society where there are different religious interests. I say religious interests, yes. But it means it's not a real factor, it's a manufactured factor.
Okay.
And once upon a time, in some communities, it is less of a factor, in others it is more of a factor. But I believe calling their attention is not a wasted effort.
All right.
if you call religious leaders to be part of the proactive measures in averting electoral violence, so be it. Politics is not religion, but it is very easy for political struggle, electoral struggle, to recruit religious factor in determining the outcome of the election, and that is a bad thing. I think it's a reflection of our level of underdevelopment. Otherwise, it should be a factor. And we have seen over and over, a person of your same religion, you can vote someone of your same religion, but it doesn't serve you well. Someone else is more cautious of the fact that you have different religion, and they may serve you better to attract even praises and to open their own chance of making bigger political fortune. You say, oh, he's a different religion, but he's a fair person. He's done this and that, unlike our own person from our own religious group. So ordinarily, it shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be a factor. But it is so. We have to really take measures to avert the influence of religion, because religion is a very passionate thing. People is so full of emotion, and people can act irrationally on the basis of religion and compound the problems electoral process in our democracy.
Thank you so much. It's been Professor Sabo Ahmad Muhammad in the studio, talking this time not looking at health issues, but of course it is looking at politics in some way. So thank you for staying tuned. We'll be going on a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune in to Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. best to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It a kill love, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse. Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long.
All right, thank you so much for staying tuned with us on Unity 93.3 FM from the city of Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria, the home of peace and tourism. Thank you so much for being there. What makes me happy, apart from the fact that Professor is in the studio, is the fact that you have so decided to, stay tuned with us on this very day, and you are getting ready to also throw your comments, to partake in our little efforts to, bring about development and shaping our society, making it become more and more positive for us. And so thank you so much once again. Of course, we're streaming live on YouTube. You can just go Unity FM TV for YouTube, and for Facebook, Unity Radio FM/TV just for Facebook. Throw your comments there. When the time comes, I get to read them. For being part of it live, the studio line is 07032353315. The studio line again, 07032353315. When you call, just tell me your name, where you are calling from, and then in a minute, let's have your contributions. And remember, comments made on these platforms and not the position of Unity 93.3 FM. And do help me to stick to the visions. There is no need to render or confront a guest or any staff of Unity 93.3 FM or tilt the path of defamatory statements. That we will not tolerate here. So please, our system is booting, and so I look forward to having your call and then get to hear from you. It's a platform. This is not like just a community radio, but more like a family radio where we look forward, being together, and then we make the society what we desire it should be for our good, all of us. Yes, in the studio it has been Professor Sabu Ahmad Muhammad, and we've been talking and looking at by-election, the role of police in ensuring violence-free elections. Let's begin. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Your name?
Thank you.
Your name?
It's Nasir Agenda from Madrasa.
Okay, Nasir, you're welcome. You have a minute, please.
Hello?
You have a minute. Go on. It's like Nasser is not getting me. In case you're still there, Nasser, I was hearing you crystal clear. And so please, if you call, after telling me your name and location, you just go straight. Let's have your submission. The studio line again is 07032353315. In between calls, just so to make good use of the time, may be reading some comments on Facebook. And so let me just begin with this. This one is from Ahmad Haruna Muazu, a Unity trained student. Haruna Ahmad Muazu from Enshanu. I love the way through which the prof is always analyzing issues objectively, intelligently, and by way of bringing possible solutions to almost all the problems Nigerians were passing through. May God save us. I say amen to that. Hello? Hello? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. Your name?
Hello, good morning. My name is Jibril. I'm calling from good morning.
You're calling from where?
Thank you. Your name?
Where are you calling from?
You're calling from where?
All right. Sorry, as some are actually following us on TV, and so if you are following us on TV, from any part of the world, do well not to monitor the sound directly from your device. Just use, of course, your phone. That will help us more. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. Your name?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Your name, please.
This is Sani calling from Nasarawa.
Okay, Nasarawa, here in Jos, Nasarawa State. All right, please,
yes,
go on in a minute. All right, go on in a minute.
Well, my brother, it's hard to say. Religion is not our problem.
All right.
At all cost. The only problem we have is corruption.
Wow.
And shameless leaders. That's the two major problems we have. If we don't believe in the religion that they are saying that we are the most religious, I don't think all these problems that we are getting will be getting there.
All right.
If we can change our constitution or the law of the land, we believe in, let's say, for example, two major religions, Islam and Christianity. There is no way we'll be getting the problems we are getting.
All right.
When you are a Christian, let's judge you with Bible. If you are a Muslim, let's judge you with Quran. I don't think we'll be getting all these problems. Wallahi. Not me anywhere.
All right.
May God bless Nigeria, and may God show us the time we believe and practice what we believe in our land, not to borrow the law which don't favor us in all aspects.
All right.
But in corruption and going backward.
All right.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much for calling. Truly appreciate your submissions. And this one from Facebook is saying, I pray this government will really put the masses at heart to help us, especially now that the economy is biting hard. Poverty everywhere. And it's coming from Charity Halley. Thank you, Charity. Hello?
Hello? No,
good morning.
And the guest is I think we're calling from both.
Thank you. You have a minute.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You see, what we are supposed to look at.
Yes.
You know that it's right here. And there is nothing that is more than peace.
All right.
We will not give you anything. And war will never, or any country will not give it to you.
All right.
Let's do away with right electricity or whatsoever. So the only thing you are supposed to do is just to do so. Who's governor? Who will be the governor that will at least smile on the face of the people? Who will be the senator or whoever that will make people to smile? It's not matter to us that it is sacrifice or any form of fear, follow people that this is my pride. No, that will not work. You need to have a respect in this country.
Yes.
And unite ourselves. Do away with pride or any other thing.
Thank you.
That will take longer with the nation.
Thank you.
And secondly, please, I want to speak on the issue of INEC and the judiciary.
All right.
We need to do more during election period. Maybe don't do that. Any post-election matter is always causing tension and a lot of misunderstanding.
Yes.
So we do more so as to simplify our electoral process.
All right.
And I think God will help us in this country. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Adelmi, for calling. And this one is saying, good morning, sir. Have you eaten? And he laughs. Haha. Well done for the wonderful ride. We are really enjoying the train. Keep moving, sir. More grace. Thank you so much. And it's coming from Sadi Idris Usman. I want to believe this is the man who takes care of Sadi Photography here in Bauchi Road. Thank you, Sadi Photography, for sending in your comments. And this one is coming from Jibrin Dawai A. Zalo. He's saying, good morning, Cool B. Good morning, Prof. BH Bamayi and the guest in the studio. What I want to comment is about what President Tinubu for sacking Edu is deserved at the recent time. God bless our Nigerian leader by Jibrin Dawei Zalo. All right. Okay. Don't really get it, but thank you so much for sending in your comments even now. Okay. This one, an SMS is saying, good morning, sir. Please, I just need some clarifications from the Prof. Is it the duty of complainants to fuel the police care to go for investigation, or arrest. I need your help. This is my number. All right. I think this will have to be something after even the show. And another SMS is saying, good morning, Kobe, and good morning, Prof. PH Bamayi and Professor Ahmad Muhammad Sabo, both from the University of Jos. We always appreciate you by your educative and progressive analysis because we admire professors. Our great dream is to become professors. So with this, violence is not good and healthy for us, and we support police and any peace-loving individual for due diligence to make sure peace is provide around. Thank you, Ismail Isa Jos. Okay, Ismail, look forward to being a prof, and then he salutes you and appreciates the fact that you would always be in the studio even as we invite you. He appreciates you on behalf of Unity FM already.
Amen to his prayer.
Amen too. And another SMS here is saying, good morning, Unity Train. In as much as we, the masses, cannot unite and team up against bad governors, I swear we are yet to see the worst. Babaji Dampai from Mr. Ali. All right, I think we'll just find a way to put a stop and let Prof begin to respond. I can see it's about, especially this last one is saying, in as much as we, the masses, cannot unite and team up against the bad governors. Well, I love the idea that we have to come together, but against, in what way? If we're not careful, such can, send signal as if we're calling for some sort of violence. Well, I don't believe that's what Dampai is talking about anyway, Prof.
Honestly, I pray before my death, a day will show up where there will be some kind of government organized and funded activities akin to the Peace and Reconciliation Committee of South Africa after the collapse of apartheid. They did that to unify their nation. After Kodesa, after Mandela was released from the prison, Robben Island, going back to history, and Kodesa was made. That was a conference that ushered in the new constitution, the new constitution to replace the apartheid system of governance in South Africa. That the Truth and Reconciliation Committee, headed by the late Archbishop Desmond Tutu, was an eye-opener for the world. When people are polarized and there are a lot of hate and acrimony due to ethnic or religious problem, or even racial, as the case in South Africa, it's shown us the way. It has helped that country. It is still helping that country. I hope one day there will be something akin to that on the plateau, where people will come and confess, not only confess of their crime, but the goodness of others.
Okay.
Towards them in the time of crisis. Christians serving their Muslim neighbors, Muslims serving their Christian neighbors, because they can't afford to see them harm. They knew they are good. They live with them all these years. I heard of so many stories like that. I think one of the touching one was in those days, almost 12 years ago. One of those ethno-religious conflicts in Plateau. An old man who was a driver, picked a woman from somewhere around Gada View to. No, I thought it is from far away, on the outskirts of Jos.
All right.
And he brought her goods to Gada View. And on the road, they attacked because he was dressing like a HAUSA man, a Muslim. And this woman had the courage and went down on his body when he was sitting and was flat on the ground. She went and gave him a cover. She could have taken the beating. And she was saying, "Don't kill my husband, don't kill my husband." Instantly she transformed him into a husband just to save his life. And she did save his life. You have such many kind of stories here and there. These are the kind of things that the Truth and Reconciliation Committee, headed by Archbishop Desmond Tutu, was doing. And it helped to bring out the humanity in us. It's not just to complain about mayhem. No, it's good we bring out the problems and the injuries that were inflicted on us. But also we should so that it's not everyone who... Some of us were behaving like human beings. We care for each other. We have too much in common to really go into pettiness of other things that will make us kill each other. I hope there will be such a day. Wow. And I'm telling you, we hear stories. Everyone will hear stories they never anticipated. And it will shame those who are precipitating violence along in a religious level. So yes, let it happen in our lifetimes. I think we have much more to live for. Our children will be united and will make progress. Now, coming to the other issue, someone was asking about police being fueled. I mean, giving money to police for them to fuel their car before they attend to you.
Yes.
I think that they're not supposed to do that. But what we do in the absence of that, if they don't have fuel and you have a real problem where you need their help,
you need them.
I can call it a little sacrifice. It shouldn't be on the record. It should be off record. But I'd rather have them to go out and quell some crisis in my community than to just insist that it's their duty. But honestly, the police is inadequately funded. That's the honest truth. But I always say, increase their remuneration, their pay, something for them as pay. Then it's not just the vehicle, also fueling of the vehicle. Let there be a system that will make sure that the fuel get into the car. Well, otherwise, the guy on the top obey the last order. May take advantage of all the other recurrent expenditure, the fueling of cars and the rest. Who knows? But something is wrong there, definitely. The police driving the cars, they have to do a lot of the fueling themselves. And, they can't do it from their salary.
Yes.
It has to be from other source.
They too can sacrifice a little sacrifice from their salaries.
Well, maybe that's an advice for them.
Prof, you see, there's a program I did, one special program organized by this radio station. We called it Unitite Special. One of the editions, what we did was we gave a whole 1 hour to talk about the good things, we've known about police, that we love with them, from them. We've witnessed that they have been there to help us, and not to talk about because on the front pages of our newspapers, every now and then is about police not being good, stealing monies and things like that. But that program, I pleaded with people who will not tolerate it. If you were to tell me about police taking money from you, I will cut but I want you to tell me what you like with them, of them, about them and all that.
Let's see the other side.
Yes. Changing the narrative. And this one, the final one to read, is an SMS just dropped in. It's saying, "Good morning, Unity Train. My Ghanaian friend once told that the almighty devil and his associates are Nigerians. We quarreled and stopped seeing each other, but now believed it's true." Babaji Dampai from Mr. Ali. It's Mr. Dampai again this time around, talking about, we're just trying to describe what hardship has caused a lot of Nigerians to begin to see of Nigeria and then give its name and all of such. So what will be your final word even as we round up, Prof?
Nigerians are good. See, sometimes you may want to highlight, there are almost always two sides to a coin. If you keep highlighting the bad sides that you don't want, I'm telling you, you lose the bigger picture. You see, highlighting the goodness in Nigerians and the act of courage, kindness, and love that Nigerians show in different aspects of life, I'm telling you, will go a long way in changing the narratives and the perspective. And it can encourage people to behave better. Yeah, there is a bad situation in Nigeria. People are desperate. People do unthinkable things just for the cause of survival. But I think we should be celebrating. I've seen quite a number of social media posting, on Facebook especially. They're telling all the Nigerians in the United States, they are doing better than most black people. The most people with the PhDs, the most people that are charitable among blacks. So why Nigerians? Why are the other black people from Africa that are in the US not doing as well as Nigerians? It's the environment. When you provide a enabling environment, Nigerians have the tendency to excel. Even in act of kindness, I can guarantee you of that. The problem is from the leadership. We are stuck with it, and it's giving us headache. It's promoting bad behaviors among Nigerians, but there are a lot of good. Some do a lot of good. Some Nigerians do a lot of good without expecting even appreciation or recognition for the good they do. So it's the two sides to every coin. Well, we'll try and promote the good side so as to suppress and eliminate the bad one.
All right, still on violence-free elections. Prof, I wouldn't want you to step out of the studio without saying something as a final, as you cap it off on the issue of violence-free by-elections for us on the plateau.
Well, election will come and go.
Yes.
And we still continue living together. So it doesn't make any sense to be involved or to be recruited in an act of violence. It doesn't serve you in any way. We're facing a very harsh economic climate. There is no candidate or political party that will solve your problem. But a peaceful environment will create an opportunity to do something for yourself that is more sustainable, more everlasting. And you'll be happier with the reward you're getting for your effort.
Yes.
It's called hustle. Legitimate hustle.
Thank you so much. It has been Professor in the studio. I'm talking about Professor Sabo Ahmad Muhammad. He's not a first timer with us here in the station. He has always been here, and now henceforth he will be more often, in the studio with us than ever. So thank you so much, our listener and our viewer, for your comments. I apologize if not been able to pick all of your calls or read all of your comments, either from Facebook or even from as an SMS. Tomorrow is going to be another lovely day. Don't forget, tomorrow is a special edition of Unity Train, and we call it Grassroots. Tomorrow we'll feature grassroots people coming from the grassroots and telling us their issues even from the grassroots. Thank you so much. The crew who made this possible, we truly appreciate you. Tomorrow we'll come here to do it again. Do have yourselves a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead.